very funny guy. Give it up for Andrew Koloski, everybody.
We love you.
Give it up for Andrew.
How are you doing, everybody? Comedians often joke about their race, their religion. You joke about who you are and what's true to me. So I went into a psychiatry appointment. I said, "Doctor, I have something wrong with me. I don't know who to tell or what to do." He said, "I've been a shrink for over 40 years. I've seen it all. Not this." I have the Andrew diagnosis. It's a little bit of OCD, germophobia, mania, bipolar, depression. Oh yeah, and I'm schizoaffective. He said, "Oh my God, you're a monstrous creature. I've never seen anything like this before." But over time, he changed his tone. He began to salivate at the mouth. He wanted to help me, cure me of the Andrew diagnosis. But what he fails to realize, there's no helping me. My condition is permanent. It's really embarrassing when I go to a doctor for the first time other than my psychiatrist. The cute 20-something-year-old nurse comes into the room and she asks me, "What medications are you on?" I have to say Latuda, Lamictal, Lithium, and that's just the L's. By the time I get to the R's, I feel like she swiped left on me like it's Tinder. Then she asks me, "Are you depressed?" "Yes." Are you bipolar?" "Yes." "Have you ever been hospitalized?" "Yes." "What reasons have you been hospitalized?" "For psychiatric reasons." I should tell her the 2 medications that I'm not on, the two diagnoses that I don't have. Then she goes out into a hall and I hear her mumbling with another nurse. Well, it's either her mumbling with another nurse or a voice in my head, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure she's mumbling with another nurse. She's like, "What's wrong with him? Is he Frankenstein?" What she fails to realize, I have the Andrew diagnosis. It's unlike anything she's ever seen before. It's my condition. So I'm a 34-year-old disabled adult child. I'm sitting back watching my life pass me by. My dad often tells me, "Andrew, you need to pull the trigger." He means like a starting gun. Begin your life, begin the race, start moving. That seemed like good advice until I mentioned it to my psychiatrist. Apparently, pull the trigger is really bad advice for somebody who's depressed. My psychiatrist told me recovery isn't instantaneous like the pulling of the trigger. It's more like constructing a house or moving sand. Erosion can occur. Moving sand? That sounds Zen and Buddhist-like. But knowing me, I would construct my house on sand, and we all know how that would end. My house would crumble because sand isn't a good foundation. So I am pulling the trigger, moving the sand, constructing a house. I'm going out to the real world. I'm trying stand-up comedy. When I was in high school, I loved professional wrestling. I know oily men in their underpants trying to make each other submit with moves like the mandible claw and the cross-faced chicken wing. It's a little weird, but I love the sensational entertainment. My favorite wrestler was Mordecai. He was a religious zealot, a lunatic that did crazy things in the name of religion. Also, while I was in high school, I worked at a supermarket as a bagger. When somebody wouldn't tip me, I would crush their bread and crack their eggs. All that destruction was stressful, so by the time break rolled around, I would go into the restroom, get washed up, and get ready to eat. And one time, thinking I was alone, I looked in the mirror, began to impersonate Mordecai. I said, "Sinners, forgive them, Father, but I will not." To my surprise, I was not alone in the bathroom. From a stall, some guy calls out, "Are you okay out there, buddy?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah. I was embarrassed, and I left the bathroom ashamed in a hurry." The guy pursues me. He tells me I was really inspired by your religious message. I would like to join your religious cult. I told him I am not a wrestling nut. I am not a religious nut job. I'm a wrestling nut job. But I gladly took him up on his generous donation, like money in a donation basket.
Oh my God.
Speaking of nut jobs, my mom can't have caffeine because just a little bit of caffeine makes her beat us faster.
No.
I'm just joking. My mom doesn't beat us. But a little bit of caffeine could literally kill her. One time she was drinking this beverage, assuming it was decaffeinated. She looks at the packaging and says, "What? Oh no, it says OMG caffeine. She thought it said, oh my god, caffeine, as in an enormous amount of caffeine. We were skeptical, so we took a look at the packaging. It didn't say OMG caffeine, it said 0 mg caffeine. 0 milligrams of caffeine, meaning it's decaffeinated. What type of twisted beverage company would write on their packaging, oh my god, caffeine? Me personally, that's what I want in my coffee. I want OMG caffeine. Remember that nurse? She came into my supermarket. I was her bagger. She bought eggs. I win. The caffeine is OMG, but my mental health is WTF. And oh my god, you've been a great audience. But I'm not going to finish. I'm going to keep going. Keep going, okay. Oh my god, I don't see the light on yet. Okay, so I noticed a suspicious mole in the back of my neck, so I made a dermatology appointment. Do you ever notice when an appointment requires you to be naked, why do doctors knock before entering the room? For a full-body dermatology check, he told me to get naked, get into a gown. Before entering, he knocked. Why is he knocking? Is he warning me to stop rummaging through his latex gloves, Band-Aids, and cotton swabs? I'm naked. He might as well just burst in the door and say, "It's here. I'm here now. It's time to party." What is he warning me about? So, I mean, obviously, I don't know. Okay, the light is on, so I guess it's time to go. Yay!